Okay, good morning everyone, and especially to Miss Irma. So today we would like to do our presentation. It's talk about teaching and learning English in the 21st century. So yeah, let me introduce my group. There is Nathasya Fitriyani, and then Johanes, Raisha Puteri Kamila, and the last is William Gibran Halim. So yeah, let's take a look on the next slide. Yeah, you can see that teaching and learning English in the 21st century. So yeah, English teachers must accept the changing and flexible nature of literacies that address areas as diverse as technology, multimedia, relationship, and culture. So yeah, these areas is turn require the English classroom to be a space capable of addressing and increasing multiplicity and integration of different modes of meaning making. Yeah, where the textual relates to the visual, the audio, and then the spatial and the behavioral. And yeah, one possible way to answer the new interest and demands of our learners and our society is the explicit but critical work with what experts have called the 21st century skills. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, you can see there is what we call, yeah, it seems like the table, 21st century education model. The first one, you can see at the purple, global awareness, and then financial, economic, business, and entrepreneurship, civic literacy, health and wellness, awareness, and yeah, you can see all of that. So the conclusion is this is so important to improve our skill during this 21st century era. And yeah, of course, the critical thinking and problem solving, the creativity and innovation, and also communication, collaboration, it's gonna help me or help our skill a lot, to improve our ability. Yeah, I think that's all about the 21st century education model. And the next slide will be explained to my friend. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, before that, I would like to ask you, Raisa, are you there?
Yes, Miss, I'm here.
Okay, Raisa, can you explain or maybe give the example of the core subject?
Sure. I think the example collaboration, digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving. I think that, Miss.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah, good. Thank you, Raisa. Okay, the next slide.
Okay, thank you so much for Miss Sarah. I feel so happy to hearing your explanation. Okay, this is my presentation now. As you can see, this is a picture. This is a draw about 21st century learning project model. As you can see, there is like a wine drawing, and this is a tail wine support from school and community, and the height wine is lack of support from school and community. As you can see, the wine is going to be high if support from school and community. As you know, 21st century learning project model is really hard to be applied on students in high school now. I think not only high school, it's in every school, because some of teacher is really old and they not really can be compatible with the pace on modern day now. So support from school is really important, because when the head there must be the workers in schools, and there must be the head principals, and then the important things, the head principals can tell the teacher to upgrade themselves, not to only study only through textbooks. That's really lame, and I think it still can be do in textbook, but sometimes in 21st century students cannot really apply again because it's boring, and using audio visual, using video is really the key of them gonna get a lot of material. This is why 21st century learning project model need to be support. So the degree of challenge is up, and there is a balance point, right, to this collaborative. But if the support is lack from the school, this 21st century learning project model not gonna work. It's just plain the teachers just gonna work so lame, and there is no upgrade about they compatible with the pace of modern days now. I think that's for this draw. And the next slide, please. Okay, this is the benefit to the 21st century teaching. First, creating a positive learning environment. Two, stabilizing orderly behavior in the classroom. Third, learning competencies and skill. And the last, engaging students and student-centered learning. At this 4 point, it is really benefit for 21st century teaching. Why? Because 21st century teaching is really good for improve students' behavior, mindset, and everything. Because in modern days, we can just think about lame think of mindset. I'm sorry, that's my notification. I think this is my explanation. I will ask to one of you. William, are you there?
Yes, I am here, Miss.
Okay, I wanna ask you, why support from school really important for 21st century learning project?
Well, the answer is because 21st century's learning project need a lot of media practice, also support from school, for make the project can step by step applicable to the students by following their model pace, ma'am.
Okay, that's really great answer. I think now we just do the 21st century teaching without we are realizing. Okay, I think that's from my explanation. The next presentation will be delivered by, I don't know, William or Raisha. Next, please.
Okay, next is 21st century skills. According to Redwood and Hirata 2011, 21st century skills are a blend of content, knowledge, specific skills, expertise, and literacy necessary to succeed in work and life. Redwood and Hirata point out that these skills are more than technological literacy and include proficiency in critical thinking, problem solving, communication, and teamwork. According based on what Hirata explanation, we can say that the student needs to learn technology in the era digital where the technology expands all over the world. Now, ultimately, these skills will allow people to thrive in the new economy since they help people. First, we got access, synthesize, and communicate information. In other words, we have to use a technology to build a relationship with a partner. Next, we got what collaboratively. Previous slide, please. Work collaboratively across differences to solve complex problems. Or now, people use technology to collaborate in order to increase their economy and last, create new knowledge through the innovative use of multiple technologies. In other words, the student need to be creative to to have critical thinking and creative thinking to create some product. Next slide, please. Now we have the EFL classroom in the 21st century. First, immersion in situated practice. Practice in authentic communication situations similar to those learners will encounter out of class. Basically, it's still the same, but in practically, it's using technology like Zoom. Offered instruction, opportunities to explicitly analyze the content, coherence, organization, and pragmatic of communication. Okay. Next, critical for framing, effective use of information found in online networks to critical interpretation of cross-cultural communication. Basically, like Google, we can find some information in Google. Transform practice, working for higher quality of outcome or applying what has been learned in new societal and cultural contexts. Okay, now I want to ask one of you. Sarah, you hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Good. Now I want to ask you, what's the effective device to search information?
I think the design and critical thinking.
Good answer. Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Next one will be explained by Raisha.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. So there is next slide. 21st century skill, some criticism. At first sight, it seems reasonable to assume that education, teaching, and learning need to be able to satisfy the needs and interests that people have as a result of new work and technological demands. A critical analysis of the discourse of the 21st century skill movement reveals, among other things, certain predisposition or preconception toward particular epistemological, methodological, and axiological perspective. To begin with, it appears that advocates of 21st century skill believe that knowing how to think critically and critically are abilities specific to today's society. And here the conclusion. The 21st century demands the explicit interrogation of learning and innovation skill, information, media, and digital literacy skill, as well as life and career skill. Consequently, school is general and EFL classroom in particular should provide students with practice and process focus and acquiring and developing among other being creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, media literacy, initiative, and self-direction, and social cross-cultural skill. Okay, I want to ask some of you. Nathasya Fitriyani, are you there?
Yes, Miss, I am here.
Okay, I want to ask for you. Annette, in the 21st century, what are the demands of explicit interrogation?
Okay, I will answer your question. I think the 21st century demands the explicit integration of learning and innovation skill, information, media and digital literacy skill, and life and career skill. I think that's my answer, Miss.
A good answer. Thank you so much, Nate. Miss Irma, there are our presentation today. Sorry if any problems in here or any mistake. Thank you, Miss Irma.